my god, another bloody article came up on my Facebook. Universal Credit, DWP bans Jobcentres for referring people to food banks. Jobcentre staff have been ordered not to refer Universal Credit claimants to food banks, and a move campaigners have said is preventing vulnerable people from getting vital help and hiding those who are in need. Food bank volunteers in Lewes in East Sussex has told the independent people in need of support were slipping through the net after the Department for Work and Pensions (DWP) issued a local job centre with a national directive stating that it were no longer able to prefer people. A leaked email from the staff at Lewes Job Centre published on the Neighbourhood Watch site said the DWP policy does not permit food bank referrals and that the local job centre has been advised to verbally signpost people to charities who can formally refer them instead. But volunteers said many who needed support would not approach charities because of the additional stress and embarrassment of asking for help for a second time. More than 1,000 people in Lewes have been moved on to Universal Credit, the government's flagship welfare benefit, despite warning the new scheme is driving people with disabilities and others with vulnerabilities into severe hardship and causing anxiety. Debbie from Landport Food Bank in Lewes said she was very unhappy about the alleged policy because the food bank required a written referral for anyone receiving a food parcel. She said she believed it was a way for the DWP to hide that people are going hungry and needing food banks due to the failures in the system, and added, "I know that it's an obvious ploy. If you can't show figures for something, then it's not happening, is it?" Lots of people have been waiting for the money since the rollout of the Universal Credit in September, and the Job Centre was the place people have been sanctioned to go. In comments made on the community Facebook group, Lewes present local MP Maria dismissed the claim. She said, "This is not true. Not all the food banks locally need referrals, but if they do, I can refer them. Please be assured that there are no changes to access." But a caller to the centre requesting a referral to the food banks was advised to visit a Citizen Advice Bureau branch and was told, "We are no longer able to refer people to the food bank." Miss Twitchen, if saying that right, said she was concerned that people wouldn't want to put themselves in the humiliating situation of getting referred to a different agency. "I fear that people are going to be slipping through the net because of it," she said. "I have people coming in tears who are absolutely embarrassed and angry with themselves for the situation they are in. People are proud and they don't want to admit they can't cope. I'm really concerned that by taking away the easy option of going down to the job centre, people won't come." Helen, a coordinator of another food bank in Lewes called Fizz Johns, I'm saying that right, which serves between 35 and 40 households or around 130 children and adults, said they haven't received any referrals from the job centre since the alleged changes were implemented. "People can't just walk into the food bank. We absolutely required people to have a referral. I don't see what the sense is in people saying we're not going to give you a referral. The job centre people are best placed to make one because they know the financial circumstances," she said. "People are in a really bad state mentally, but some of them are having to go to yet another place and explain their set of circumstances to other set of people. I'm worried that people will be put off using our services. The DWP has shown themselves to be a provider of a service that is inadequate." A second leaked email from a food bank in Eastbourne, also in East Sussex, suggests that more than one job centre is following the non-referral advice, although it's not clear how widespread the issue is. In one of the emails, the job centre worker wrote, while we at Lewes Centre have been adopting a local agreed process, we have been advised that the DWP policy does not permit job centres to refer customers to food banks by issuing vouchers or referral forms. We are allowed to verbally signpost them to your service and would be happy to do this, but unsure if this meets your needs. A DWP spokesperson said their policy on food banks referrals had not changed. The job centres will signpost people to food banks and other services according to their individual circumstances as part of their support to help people manage their finances to get into work, the spokesman added. Bloody hell. So now looks like, because obviously there's so many people that obviously need to go to the food banks, and they obviously don't want everybody to know the situation of the universal credit probably, and how bad it really is, because that's why they're starting off in like small places and they haven't put everyone onto it. I mean, obviously they want to do that by 2023, but I reckon they're putting this in place in some places because, like that lady said, like they don't want, if they hide it and less people go to the food banks, then it's going to look like there isn't a problem with the universal credit when really there is. Thanks for watching my video.